She was left to die in the frozen wilderness, but one impossible choice saved her life. True survival story. The snowstorm came without warning. One moment, the road was visible, stretching endlessly through the white wilderness of northern Montana. The next, it disappeared completely, swallowed by snow, wind, and darkness. Emily Carter tightened her grip on the steering wheel, her fingers numb despite the heater running at full blast. The car had already slid twice, and fear sat heavy in her chest. She was alone, no phone signal, no nearby towns for miles. And then, the engine died. The car skidded sideways and stopped. Silence. Emily tried the ignition again. Nothing. The dashboard lights flickered and went dark. She slammed the wheel in frustration, her breath forming clouds inside the car. She stepped outside, and the cold hit her like a wall. The temperature was well below freezing. Snow lashed her face. Visibility was almost zero. Walking away from the car could mean death, but staying inside wasn't much safer. Emily wrapped her coat tighter. She remembered something her father once told her. In a blizzard, shelter is life. She searched the horizon through the storm, and then she saw it. A faint shape, a cabin. It looked abandoned, barely standing, buried in snow. Every step toward it burned her legs, but adrenaline pushed her forward. By the time she reached the door, her hands were shaking uncontrollably. The door creaked open. Inside was dark, cold, and empty, but it was shelter. She collapsed onto the floor, tears freezing on her cheeks. That night, Emily learned what real survival meant. She broke old furniture to start a fire. She melted snow for water. Her stomach growled with hunger, but fear was stronger than hunger. Outside, the storm howled like a living creature. Hours passed, maybe days. Time lost meaning. Her lips cracked, her fingers blistered, her thoughts became slow and heavy, dangerously slow. Hypothermia. She remembered another rule: stay awake. Stay moving. Emily stood, pacing the cabin, whispering to herself just to hear a human voice. I'm not dying here, I'm not. On the third night, she heard it. Footsteps. At first, she thought it was her imagination. Then a knock. Soft, hesitant. She forced herself to the door and opened it. A man stood there, bundled in heavy winter gear, snow clinging to his beard. His eyes widened in shock. "Ma'am, are you alive?" She collapsed into his arms. His name was Jacob Miller, a local rancher who had been checking on stranded livestock after the storm. He nearly didn't come that far, nearly turned back. Nearly. Jacob carried Emily on his snowmobile through the storm to his ranch. She drifted in and out of consciousness, her body fighting to stay alive. Doctors later said another few hours, and she wouldn't have made it. Emily survived. Weeks later, sitting by a warm fire, she realized something terrifying and beautiful at the same time. Survival wasn't about strength. It was about not giving up when everything tells you to stop. Even today, she still remembers the sound of the wind, and the knock that saved her life. Turn on notifications so you never miss a true story of survival.